Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, back again with more Stranger Things. Season 3, we're already at the halfway point. It's episode 4. It's called the Sauna Test. So, full spoilers if you have not seen this episode yet. Again, just nailing it. They're not slowing down at all, and everybody's finally starting to interconnect little by little. And in this, at least the guys and the girls, they're together in this, minus Dustin and Steve. So let's jump into this, because oh my god, does this one have an ending. So like, after Max and 11 break up with Lucas and Mike, she's trying to reassure her. We get some more girl stuff in here, which is fine. You know, hey, this is Wonder Woman, you know. It is, I'm going to admit it, like, I love this show. This is a little heavy-handed. They're doing a lot of that in this. And again, if I cared more, because this is what people are going to talk about, right? This is going to be the thing that's controversial with some of the rage YouTubers. They're going to be like, you get your feminism out of my Stranger Things. It's like, dude, worry about bigger things, okay? Don't watch it. Find something else. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff to watch. But yes, we go to Nancy's part of the story. I love that this isn't one of the cases of like they go to tell the cops and then Mrs. Driscoll's just gone or dead and looks normal. No, they literally have her screaming on the stretcher. Ah! I love it. I have to go back. Just screaming it. This episode's got some really genuine creepy shit going on, and not like just quiet, like what's that? No, I mean literally on the screen, just the people with the black, you know, with the upside down stuff inside them is just, it's crazy. And the cop that's like, what in the name of Jesus just happened? And Mrs. Driscoll freaking out as she passes the place where Billy and Heather have all the rest of the people that they're trying to get back to. So I'm thinking that must be like the hot spot or whatnot. And Heather's parents, they're fucked. They're down there and they're just like, what's going on? And I mean, they're, okay, if you're going to go, if you're going to die, if you know you're going to die and you're in a basement and you got like Heather and Billy, you think, oh, well, this is awful. I'm going to be killed by my daughter and her psycho boyfriend. But then for them to leave and a monster comes out of the corner, I think I prefer to get killed by my daughter than have this thing shoving shit down my throat and turning me into God knows what. And I got real heavy vibes from John Carpenter's The Thing in this, about how, you know, I've said Invasion of the Upside Downers, but it's kind of the same premise of not knowing who to trust. We're going to have a whole towns full of people that are taken over. And I'm glad that I mean, I guess they could have gone with aliens, but it's like, well, they've already got the Upside Down people, and since we really haven't established the rules to the Upside Down, pretty much anything goes. So, what's next? Joyce nursing Hopper back to health after the prior night of him getting his ass kicked. He's naked though, so there's that. And when she tells him that it wasn't a car, he knows that it's the guy that was coming out of the mayor's office, and so he's on his way there. And now everybody's trying to get this code red going, but Dustin's not answering. The girls don't want to answer, but this is the way for everybody to get back on board. Max and 11 and Mike, Lucas, and Will. I like that Will's able to just kind of go, you know, they want to apologize for how they've been acting, but he's just like, you know what, fuck you, we're moving on. But I do like that Lucas realizes, you know, we fucked up, like, we've messed him up, you know. He's the one that we've been, like, taking care of and, like, watching ourselves around, and now he's just like, you know, I don't know. But our little spy group of Dustin, Robin, and Steve are trying to figure out how to get the Russians' key card. I love that. The dynamic between these two is great. I mean, the fact that he just keeps rubbing it in, that he's been, you know, has he ever won a fight? Because he got his ass kicked by Billy and by Jonathan, but that doesn't count. Yeah, it counts. It looked like you got your ass beat. And the whole, hi, see you guys, I'm going to go find a safe way into this place, don't get beat up while I'm gone. When Nancy and Jonathan go back to the editor's office and we know he's been changed or whatever, even though I know that he's been changed and he's got like higher emotions and stuff, I just like trying to think like, dude, bring it down a notch. You're not a cop, you're a magazine or you're a newspaper editor. But I realize he's being like that so that he gets the point across. Like, you're fired, you know, like, I don't know why he didn't just say you're fired. I mean, this thing could take him, I don't know. I guess it lets you be yourself, right? That's what Will was saying. You get to be yourself. So if this is himself, why didn't you just say you're fired? I guess they wanted a more dramatic scene. So that way, when Jonathan does what he does, where he basically breaks up with Nancy, I don't know if they officially broke up, but it sounded like a breakup to me, that it would be more justified, you know, getting really your ass chewed out and then fired. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and apparently paranoid schizophrenics eat shit. Because he's like, oh, she's a paranoid schizophrenic. She can't be, that's got to be why she was eating shit. The whole roller coaster drop, I love the timing of that. Like, everybody knows what a roller coaster drop feels like, right? Yes, yes, nope. And yeah, this is like where the episode pretty much kicks into high fucking gear, and it's like no more fucking around. Because we get Hopper who goes after the mayor. I love it. As soon as you know the door, as he locks the door, you know that this is going to end awesome. Now, you could say this isn't going to end well, but no, I think it ended great. Because the mayor, played by Carrie Elwes, just gets the shit beat out of him by the mayor. Because, I mean, Hopper's just had his ass kicked, and he wants to get to the bottom of it. And again, I can't say how more happy I am that the show is just clipping along, and our characters are no longer just standing by, kind of going, what's happening? Everybody is proactive and just saying, not again. We're getting ahead of this. So it's just great that the characters actually learn. You know what I mean? And as each experience that happens, they're not regressing. Everybody's moving forward, not really backwards. Except for, you know, like you could say Will is stuck still, you know, a little bit. But he has his reasons. So yeah, he fucks him up, and we find out that, yep, it's the mall that's bad. Now, I mean, it's not the mall's fault. But the site of the mall is where all this shit is starting to go down with the Russians. And it's just nice because it represents the badness in the town right now of like the small businesses and everything. Like, it's, you know, the mall is taking over the town just like the mind flayers taking over the town. One's a business, one's, you know, an otherworldly dimensional killer or whatever you want to say. So it's supposed to be, you know, a little symbolic. Even though, look, you can diss the mall all you want, but we all went there. Okay, it's like Walmart. Okay, we're not proud of ourselves, but we spend a lot of time there, just like the mall. Okay, so the metaphor is fine, but let's not pretend that we didn't love going to the mall. Okay. Robin's plans involve the Die Hard style air ducts thing, but we almost get a Winnie the Pooh situation when Dustin tries to go through the air ducts, which was great. I also love the explanation by Steve about Dustin's situation, about how he bends like Gumbo. Don't you mean Gumby? No, Gumbo. I believe it's Gumbo. Just great. Again, like the levity that these scenes bring, especially what's about to come up. But this is after where they come up with the plan to stalk Billy and trap him in the sauna to prove that if the thing is inside him, Will knows that that's what would bring it out. So I do like this idea that they have, and whether or not that happens and goes off without a hitch, you know, is kind of coming up. But we also get another highlight. Again, I've talked about her already, but Erica, Lucas's sister, the actress that gets to play her, is hilarious. Erica doesn't have phobias, by the way, guys. Everything, I mean, look, I know she's one of those smart characters, kid characters that are like way too smart for their own good, and it can be very annoying. It can be very annoying in other things. But this girl just, I love her. She's just that, she's the opposite of like an annoying kid actress. You know, it's just really funny. She's pushing, you know, she's got the upper hand. She wants free ice cream for life. You want her to go into air ducts. Erica's getting free. You can't say America without Erica. This season just got its fucking tagline, right? You can't spell America without Erica. Do it for your country. I love it. I love that. Oh my God, it's just so great. She's gonna be president. This character would be president in this world of the United States. Um, Hopper and Joyce, with the help, the kind of encouraged help from the mayor, they find out what's going on, and then Nancy has a talk with her mom. Basically, without saying it, she's like saying, "Be better than me," which is a little again like we couldn't do it for ourselves back in the 80s, but once you get older and you're in the 90s and the 2000s, you're going to have things so much better. You're going to be able to stand up to these terrible men. Like, I'm not saying it's just, it's just a little heavy-handed. But I don't disagree. That's the thing. I don't disagree, but it's just a little like, pay attention to this part. Really pay attention. I get it from you, said in a good way. Never. When do they ever, I mean, I guess occasionally, but more often than not when they say, I get it from you, is like when they're talking about drug addiction or alcohol or something. They never say, I get it from you and mean a positive thing. It's always like, why did my life hit the skids? It's because I learned it from you. But that's the other thing that I like about this. That scene made me think about how the kids in this show, they don't hate their parents. They don't act like they hate their parents. They get annoyed with their parents, but they're not always the over the top, I hate you, Mom, I hate you, Dad. Like, they have relatively good relationships with their parents, which is nice. And not forced either. Then we get to... Sorry, there's like a noise outside my house. I think somebody's digging in our yard, which is really weird because we don't have animals. Okay, we get Erica and her Operation Child Endangerment, where she's able to get inside there and they pull this stuff out, which I thought was going to be like radioactive plutonium or some shit. Because, hey, it's at the mall. Back to the Future had the Libyans, so this one has the Russians. And they proceed to accidentally find out the entrance to the facility, which is under the mall, so of course it is. So when they blow the mall up, it's going to have a lot of symbolism. Trust me, this mall is getting bombed. This mall is going to be on fire by the end of this season. Then the mayor gets loose, but we don't really see any repercussions of that. And then we get... Okay, so things are about to get crazy. So they get Billy in this really crazy, creepy trap. I love the whole thing where he's, you guys think this is funny, ooh, and they trap him in there. 11 throws him against the wall. They smoke him out. He almost gets, the upper hand. Well, he starts to get the upper hand until Will realizes that it's him when he gets the tingle in the back of his neck. And he almost kills his own sister trying to get out. But, it just, yeah, you think this is funny? I'll fucking kill you. Like, we got our first, I don't know if we've ever really had an F-bomb on Stranger Things. But this shit just gets crazier and crazier. He gets out. 11 tries to fucking crush him with a barbell, but that doesn't work because the plot doesn't want it to. Because, come on. One little extra nudge, man, and this is all, at least his body's over. And that's another thing I have a problem with, is that when she's getting choked out, right? And then Mike comes and hits him and, gets his little, I'm going to get you, you son of a bitch, and then he gets, messed with and she picks him up and throws him through the fucking brick wall. And then he just gets back up. Now, I know this thing, has inside him, but when you get hurt, you get hurt. He going through the wall should have broken everything in Billy and it would have been like having to find a new host. That's my problem. It doesn't make him, like, generally, do they even say what it just doesn't seem logical. I know you could say, well, this thing is making him more powerful, but is it really? Because it sure seems like their bodies can, take, they get punishment. I don't know. It's hard to reconcile that kind of thing when there are no rules, like, established. So I guess I'm supposed to just, like, go, okay, he went through the wall, whatever. So that's just what I got to do, right? But then we get the whole we'll meet again thing. And that was great. That was like kind of out of that. It felt like I was watching the end of The Shining, where you see all the people there that I don't know if they've been taken. They look more like they haven't been taken over yet than they have. But either way, it spells no good for the rest of the town of Hawkins, like I said. And yeah, that's the episode. I feel like I got everything. I'm probably missing a one or two key things and maybe some sayings, but anyway, you guys can put that in the comment section. I've been putting these up so fast that I'm not paying attention to the traffic on these, and I won't either because I'm afraid that I don't know what I'm afraid of. But anyway, if you like this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications. Yeah, subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you're enjoying this. Please, it would help me out quite a bit. Otherwise, this is Robert Smirking Introducing. We'll be back with episode 5 in just a little while, so be ready for that. Have a great day.